this tutorial. We'll be continuing. We'll continue with the course for 126, just like the thumbnail has it. Theory of faith. That's what we're going to take our bearing from into this class. With this being said, let's hop straight into it. So we have POL126, and we are taking theories. We are taking theories of the state. So we will be considering certain theories about the state. Okay. So the first theory we'll be considering will be that of Hobbes. But before we talk about the theory, let's talk about what a theory means. All right, let's establish the meaning of a theory. Then we can talk about what the theory of a state is. Okay, so now when we talk about a theory is a category with which analysis, right, we analyze, organize, and synthesize phenomena. All right, we analyze, we organize, and synthesize phenomena. All right. All right, we organize, we analyze, all right, the category in which with which we analyze, all right, organize, all right, I can use a Z, all right, organize and synthesize, and we category with which we, all right, analyze, all right, we organize, we synthesize, all right, all right, we analyze, we organize, we synthesize, all right, phenomena, all right, phenomena into interconnected and internally coherent wholes. All right, interconnected, we bring them together as a whole. All right, phenomenon into interconnected, all right, interconnected together, interconnected and internally coherent, all right, and internally coherent whole. One, make it one. All right, please, as you join the stream, do well to say something. All right, you can say hi, hello on the comment section, or all right, do well to say something so we can acknowledge your presence, and as well do well to smash like button. All right, it's also very important. And if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, do well to hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Somebody just smash the like button. Miss Emilia Gabi. Miss Emilia, are you, is this okay? Yeah, Miss Emilia, you're welcome. It's good to have you on board. So we have the term theory, all right? This was the definition of theory. It is a category with which we analyze, all All right, please pay attention to the keyword. We analyze, we organize, all right, and we also synthesize, all right, phenomena into what? Interconnected and internally coherent whole. Okay, so that is it about theory. Now let's go. Let's proceed. Let's talk about the social contract. All right, that's one the first theory. The first theory is the social. All right, the social contract theory. Now, this social contract theory, Miss Emilia, I can't see the write-up. Miss Emilia, please, you need to improve the video quality of your YouTube. All right, you need to improve the video quality. How do you do that? Tap on the screen of your phone right away. As soon as you type on it, it will bring out. You are going to see this excuse me, settings icon. This settings icon just below the screen. When you see the setting icon, tap on the setting icon. It takes you to an advanced setting where you can improve the video quality. The default, all right, YouTube will automatically keep your video quality on default, all right, and that default, all right, is 144p, which you need to change from 144p. Attending classes like this, you can't use 144p, all right, you need to change to a minimum of 250 thereabout. Or you can use 250. The higher the number, the better the quality. You can use 250, you can use 350, you can use 4K, you can use 5K, you can use 1080p. So please do that, man, and let's know what the result is. So let's continue. The social contract theory is already on 4P. You need to change it. That's the default. Yes, you need to change it. You can't attend classes with 444p. That's the default. So you change it to something else. You can put it to 250, just above that, above 144p. So now we have the social contract, all right. Now the origin of this contract, all right, the origin of this theory is premised on an agreement entered into by men, unexpectedly women, who originally had no governmental organization, all right, which resulted into a state. All right, at this point where this theory existed, all right, at this point whereby this theory exists, there was no formal organization of what is called a government. All right, it's a theory that the origin of the theory is on the premise of an agreement entered into by men, all right, originally there was no governmental organization, all right. When this theory was introduced, all right, in the era of this theory, there was literally no governmental organization, all right. Now, contracted agreement. Now, the idea of social contracts, all right, the political authorities, both, all right, in the East and in the West. Now, basically, Thomas Hobbes in the 1588 to 1679, all right, now, it's said to be an Obasian analogy, all right. It's significant to know that Hobbes, all right, was an Englishman. Now, let's take this point. That's Thomas Hobbes. All right, Thomas Hobbes of 15, all right, 88 to 1679, all right, view, all right, Thomas Hobbes is an Englishman, all right, who lived in the days of the Civil War. Please note that an Englishman, English, all right, man who lived in the days of the Civil War, all right, Civil War in the days, all right, of the Civil War. Miss Emilia, is it better now? Of the Civil War, all right, 1642 to 51. All right. So we have that as that. Okay, so this is it. We have the social contract, which is said that no governmental organization, as at when this theory, all right, existed, all right, and basically it's all about, in a state whereby we have people living in a state, and basically there are no governmental organization, which is, you can imagine, there are no rules or regulation or strong governmental entities, all right. So basically here, you know it was something else, and and as we said, there was no governmental organization in this era, all right. So we have that on the theory. The basic thing about this theory is that there was no government organization, all right. Even though there was a state, but people already lived. When there was a state, there was no government organization, and basically, like I said, state is permanent, right? So far we have different people occupying a particular territory, all right, that we already have the state, all right, but there was no governmental organization, so nobody gives the rule, and nobody, according to the theory, all right, people came together because there was a need for coming together, but basically, there was literally no governmental organization. So we have that as that. Permit me to raise the board so we can take something else. Now we have, in view to that, Leviathan in 1651 said something. All right? The Leviathan. All right? 1651. All right? By his analysis, he said something about human nature. All right? And human nature, according to him, in the constitution of man, right? Man is essentially selfish. All right? He is moved to action not by intellect or reason, but by appetite, desire, and passion. All right? According to Leviathan in 1651, he said, back then, we said there was no governmental organization. So according to him, he said, man is selfish All right. All right. And is not moved by intellect. By intellect. Is not moved by intellect. All right. The nature of man, human nature is selfish. Is not moved by intellect or reason, but is moved by appetite, desires, and passion. All right. We have is moved by appetites, desires, and passion. All right. Basically, you can just do whatever it is you wish to do, as at during the social contract era, social contract theory. Now we have the state of nature is is solitary, poor, nasty, and brutish. All right, the state of nature. The state of nature. All right, the state of nature is war. All right, solitary. All right, it's nasty, it's brutish. All right, and short. All right, you really can't say much because there is no governmental authority, there's no governmental organization, so anybody can do as it pleases. All right, the state of nature. Okay, so we have that as that. Now now even at this, even during this time, even during this era whereby the state of things were war, all right, nasty, solitary, and brutish. Now even at that, orbs, all right. Now let's not forget this contrast state contrast theory, all right, is credited to the works of Thomas Hobbes. All right. Now Hobbes also did what? Hobbes also recognized that even during the primitive nature, even in the primitive nature or natural state, all right, according to Hobbes, Hobbes said, all right, according to Hobbes, even in the primitive, all right, natural states, even in the primitive natural states, all right, there are still some senses, all right, like sense of what? Self-preservation. Self-preservation, meaning that man at that point, all right, man still knows that he needs to preserve his own life. All right, liberty, each man has to preserve his own life. All right, the liberty that a man has to preserve his own life. All right, so we have that as that. Now John Locke also said something. All right, John Locke, just like the way Hobbes said something, all right, John Locke also made his own contribution. John Locke in 19 that's 1632 to 1704. All right. Now, John Locke here, in his two treatises of government, all right, was to justify the English Revolution of 1688 after James II had been deposed from the throne. All right, John Locke here said something, all right, using two treatises of government. Using two all right, of government in 1690, all right, was just what? Justify English Revolution, all right? English, please note this point, English Revolution. English Revolution. Okay, was to justify English Revolution. All right, English Revolution of English Revolution of English Revolution of 1688. All right, please note all these points. Never can tell what the question might be coming from. All right, John Locke, 1632, using two treatises of government in 1690. All right, is to what? Justify English Revolution of 1688. All right, and this revolution deposed James II from the throne. James II, all right, from the throne. So we have that as that. Now, let's not forget, he said two treaties, all right? The first treaty is that in the state of natural man, all right, in the state of nature, in the state of nature, man was free and equal because each lives according to his own liking, even though his freedom. Secondly, there was a natural law or the law of reason which commands that no one shall impair the life, all right, the health, the freedom or possession of another. All right. Now, unlike Hobbes, that was particular about government, all right, government organization. John Locke here says power reside with the community, all right, power reside with the community, but not with the government, all right. That is John's phenomenon, all right. But Hobbes' phenomenon is that power resides with the government, all right. So we have that as that. Permit me to raise the box so we can can proceed. Now let's take a look at this point. Now, according to Jean Jacques Rochia, now all right, 1712 to 17. All right, now according to Jane, now she said here that men and women gave up their natural freedom in a contract to create a civil society. Now, before we arrive at that, now the social contract theory of Jane, all right, developed in his contracts. All right, now it says here that it is important on two grounds. First, inspire French Revolution. Inspired French Revolution. All right, inspired French Revolution of 1789. All right, so there was a French Revolution in 1789. According to Jean, he said in his own contract in 1762. All right, the contract, let me put 1762. All right, in 1762, he said that on two grounds, that the contract inspired French Revolution, which was a revolt against despotic French monarchy. Secondly, it inspired, all right, the theory of popular sovereignty. Two grounds. Theory of popular sovereignty. All right. So we have that as that. And according to Jane, he said that men and women gave up their natural freedom in a contract so as to create civil society. All right. So please, if you're not a member of the class, do well to join, because everyone in the class will get the keynote, and basically it's not all in the keynotes that we can teach on the YouTube class. All right, there's a lot to what we have in the keynote. So we have the Marxist theory. All right, here we have Karl Marx. All right, under the Marxist theory, we have Karl Marx. All right, the Marxist. There's an R. I beg your pardon. There's an R. All right, Marxist theory. Now, this theory, according to Karl Marx, all right, according to Karl Marx, all right, the state is essentially a cohesive apparatus which is usually in the service of the ruling class in a class divided society. And it is what? A product and manifestation of a rare, irreconcilable class antagonism. Now, what are we saying here? According to Karl Marx, according to him, he said, when we say cohesive, now we're talking about cohesive, he said that it's a cohesive apparatus. Okay? Miss The Real, good evening. You came pretty late. Class is almost concluding, but it's great to have you. Are we together? Can we all hear me? All right. So, according to him, he said that the state is essentially a cohesive apparatus. All right. And when we say cohesive, we're talking about the use of power or force. All right. In which it is usually in the service of the ruling class. All right. According to him, all right, the state is usually in the service of ruling class. So we have cohesive apparatus, all right, that is under, all right, in the service of the ruling class. That means they are in a state that's a person that are seen as ruling class, all right. So others are seen as inferior, all right, in the service of the ruling class. In the service of a ruling, all right, in the service of the ruling class, all right. So we have that as that. So we have that as that. So I think on this note, call it a wrap for today. Just a moment. Okay. So let's quickly talk about, before we call it a wrap, let's quickly talk about theocracy. All right, theocracy. All right, when we say theocracy, we are talking about a system of government, all right, which priest rules in the name of God, all right, which a priest is in charge, all right. All right, system of government by a priest, a system of government. What's happened to my marker tonight? All right, where a priest rules. All right, it's a system of government where a priest rules. So we need to note that um, in the creation of the Nigerian state, all right, in the creation of the Nigerian state, all right, it is an established fact that Nigeria came into being, all right, in its present form in the 1940, all right, during the amalgamation, all right, 1940, which is a amalgamation. Please note that 1940 amalgamation by who spearheaded it? Sir Frederick, all right, by Frederick, we have Lord Lugard, all right, by Frederick Lugard, all right, he was one that spearheaded it, all right, and this the amalgamation of the two British protectorates of northern and southern Nigeria, all right. So, but eventually, okay, the 1st of October 1960, all right, became a sovereign state. All right, on the 1st of October 1916, Nigeria became a sovereign state. All right. So in our next class, we'll start from military rule in Nigeria. All right. Let me highlight it so we can take off from military rule. Next class, military rule in Nigeria. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. I believe we've been able to gain a thing or two into this class. All right. Let's do all to take a picture of our note and send it to our private class. Thank you very much, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all in subsequent tutorials. Bye bye.